Hey, welcome into the round pen. Make one more video with Ringo the Mustang here before he goes to his new home. That's not for sure yet as far as the adopters, but we've got some folks working on it, so I think one of them is going to work out. And I've finished the tip requirements: pick up his feet, lead him, load him in a trailer. He does all those pretty well. Even was able to trim his feet a little bit this past week. So what I thought I'd do is work on some desensitizing, just because he's here and something every horse needs to know. And I did this about, maybe 10 or 15 minutes yesterday with the flag. So that was his first introduction to it. He did fairly well. I also have here a plastic bag and a tarp. If we get that far today, we'll just see how well he handles it. And on this subject of desensitizing, every horse in the world needs this, because horses have a natural instinct that tells them if something moves and makes a noise and they've never seen it before, it is going to kill them. And so their natural instinct is to run away from that thing. And it doesn't matter whether it's a domestic horse, wild horse. Some are worse than others for various reasons. But it is our responsibility as the trainers, owners, riders to make sure that the horse is okay with this so they don't get us hurt. Because it sure can happen. So the idea is you start by walking away from the horse with the scary object, because their instinct tells them that predators attack, but predators do not back up. Predators don't run away. So the fact that this flag is moving away from him, somehow deep in his understanding, it's not something that's attacking him. So it really helps him to just let them follow it for a little while, whatever it is. And then I'll start working on it a little more to the side. So I did this yesterday, and this is his better side. So I always start on the horse's better side first. I find it just works that way. And so what I'm going to do, just go up and down here with this flag. It's not real intense. And as soon as he stands still, then I'll take it away. Right there, he stood still. Now I'm going to wait here as long as it takes for him to relax and lick his lips. And there he went right there. He licked and chewed. So I don't know how long it took, 20 seconds maybe. If you don't do that, all you're doing is adding to their stress and their pressure. And so I'm not saying this won't work, but it won't work as well if you don't let them take breaks, relax, process, lick and chew, get a little dopamine hit. It really helps them to do that. So then I'll come back and do the exact same thing. You see, he didn't even move this time. After he had a chance to think about it, this time he just stood still. So I'm going to do a little more. I'm going to kind of just come over here. And also, I did this yesterday, and I'm sorry, I should have started off letting him sniff it. Okay. So I think we're going to get pretty good with the flag here in a minute, and we can move up to one of these other objects. Okay. Yeah. So he's showing me he remembers what I taught him yesterday. This is about where I was after 10 or 15 minutes yesterday. He got to where he let me rub on him a little bit with it, not a lot, but a little. Okay. Now once he'll stand still and handle this standing still, then I'm going to do it while he's moving, because I don't quite understand all that happens in the horse's brain, but I do know it's different when he's moving than when he's standing still. Okay, so he's handling that pretty well standing still, so I'm going to move him around. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to do this while he's moving, and I want him to keep moving. Okay, and see, what happened was, he's smart. He figured out when he stopped, then I stopped. So he said, oh, I think I'll just stop, and he'll quit doing that. But I'm not really trying to train him necessarily with this as a cue. I'm just wanting him to get used to it and find out it's not going to hurt him. Keep moving. Keep moving. There we go. Okay. Okay, so you can see it's a lot different when he's moving. It's, for some reason for some reason, it's a lot scarier. And he tried to change directions there, but I want to stay on this side until it gets a little better. So just let him take the time it needs. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you can see it, but I can feel him starting to let down. He's not pulling on me so much. Keep moving. There. He's not pulling on me so hard. He dropped his head a little bit there. He's starting to process it a little bit. Okay. So right there, I'm going to stop. He stopped pulling on the rope, stopped trying to pull away. He bent his body, relaxed. I saw a big change. I'm going to go ahead and just try this tarp. This is something that he has not seen before. So I don't know if he'll be okay with it or if it'll totally freak him out. We'll just see. So again, I'll introduce it pretty much the same way I did the flag. It's not too scary when it's, you know, small like that. So let's let him sniff it. What do you think? Okay. All right, so I'm going to unfold it just a little and let him follow it a little bit. Really, he doesn't seem like this bothers him as much as the flag did. Sniff it again. He's pretty curious. I really like that about this horse. He's curious and he's smart and he really tries hard to figure things out. Good. Okay. All right. So again, I'll start on his right side since that's his better side. And just basically do the same thing I did with the flag. You notice he's not taking off. Oh yeah, he's handling this pretty well. That's pretty good, fella. You're just doing pretty good. Really nice. Really nice. I'm going to pull it away. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm really pleased with that reaction. Okay. Come back to it. The reason I came back to it there was he started looking around at things outside the pen. And so, you know, if he was bothered about it, he wouldn't be looking at other things. He'd keep his attention right on it. Okay, I'm going to see if I can just touch him with it just a little bit. There we go. And folks, stay out of the strike zone, especially with a Mustang. I have certainly seen horses strike at this stuff, not just Mustangs. Any horse will, if they're scared. The strike zone, my camera girl says, explain what the strike zone is. The strike zone is basically right here in front of his front legs. It is about right here, because horses can reach out and strike, especially Mustangs. They can reach out and strike, and they can rear up and strike. So if he wanted to strike me on my head where I'm standing right here, he could certainly do it easily. And he would do it faster than I could see it. And yes, I have had it happen. And it's not a happy moment when it does. So I'm kind of trying to stay out of that strike zone. By being over here to the side, I'm not really in that place. Okay. All right, so he's handling that pretty well. Okay. Okay. Since he's curious, I'm going to retreat with it a little bit again. He's okay until it starts making noise. As long as I don't wiggle it, he's fine. There we go. Oh, I love that. Just love his curiosity. Good. All right, good. Let me see if I can just... Okay. And there are different ways you can do this. And I might just try a couple different things here. Let's just try this. Let me fold it back up where it's pretty small. See if I can just rub him with it. Okay. All right, pretty nice. Okay. And this is also a good kind of a precursor to putting a saddle blanket on him. Good. So I'll just touch him and then take it away. Touch him, take it away. What a good boy you are. There you go. Now, he's probably not going to be okay with that, and he wasn't. He wasn't. So with this horse, desensitizing him to these three things, the flag, the plastic bag, and the tarp, probably take about 5 or 6, maybe 10 sessions of half an hour each before he'll be totally okay with all of these. And once I get that with any horse, then I'll just randomly pick other things. Little kids' squeaky toys are really good if you've got some of those lying around. Anything that squeaks, makes noise, any kind of toy that makes noise. I've even seen people use chainsaws, okay? Anything that makes a noise, you know, weed eaters, doesn't matter what it is. Bicycles, if it moves and makes a noise, we need to teach our horse that it's not going to hurt them. But you start here. This is a pretty good foundation. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to try one more time to just set that on his back. No, I thought he could do it, and then he told me he wasn't going to be able to do it. Okay, so we may not get that far today. But we did get that far right there.